Okay, how we doing this afternoon? Good, good. Coming off getting back on the right track with a win last week, definitely had some things we had to improve upon after the game. Going into this week's contest, getting ready for, New Orleans, which is always an in division. I mean, a big battle game. They made the quarterback change in our game and have got a chance to see him how he's progressed since we last saw him there the second half of our ball game. So it'll be a good test for us this week. We're looking forward to the opportunity to have a chance to go out and get better again this week and work on the things we definitely need to improve upon.
You guys put a lot of pressure on the quarterback last week, gave up some things, but in general, I know Hassan came back, didn't get a sack.
Right.
Did have a couple though, but what was the impact that he made and just your rush in general, rushing those four?
I think just, his presence as far as his speed off the edge, the threat of some of the things that we can do with him with his athleticism and his skill set, whether it's rushing, dropping, all of those types of things. He kind of adds that, to us defensively as we get him back into the flow of things starting last week, and hopefully we'll continue on and continue to progress, moving forward.
And you went from allowing 34 points in Los Angeles to 17 this past week. And just kind of looking at things, you mentioned some things to improve upon.
Right.
What's your focus for the defense?
I think one of the things coming out of this last contest was tackling. We had some opportunities to really, I'm thinking about the third down play where we had three of our good players in position to make it. We didn't get off the field on that. Then you look at that same play, same three guys at the end of the game make the play. I mean, and just, the emphasis of there's never a time to relax in this league. The matchups are the matchups, and anybody can, do anything. So we've got to stay focused, got to do a good job of wrap up, driving our feet on contact, and that'll be pivotal this week, against the divisional opponent.
We've heard that a few times about missed tackles throughout the year, and I'm curious at this level, you don't really go out there and you're not going to take guys to the ground, right? But is it just talking about it? Like, how do you practice that technique?
No, you can still simulate. I mean, a lot of missed tackles boil down to tracking, how you're tracking the ball carrier, how you're tracking the quarterback when he throws the ball. It boils down to your finish. So there's different aspects of tackling that you can actually teach, whether it's the tracking phase of it or the actual power and explosion out of your hips, wrapping up, making sure that, you wrap up and grab cloth. And I mean, there's a plethora of things that we can get better at, I can promise you.
In preparing for this week's game, you have a different quarterback than the last time you saw the Saints, and Tyler Shuck. When you look at Shuck, just his efficiency to make all the throws, he's a little bit more mobile than you might think. What are your thoughts on his game?
Well, all of those things that you mentioned. I mean, he can make all the throws. He's very mobile in the pocket. You see him escape. And his quick release. I mean, he gets the ball out really quick. I mean, he has, Kellen's done a good job of designing what it is, and he's looking at it, and he's making a good decision, right away with it. So that's what we'll be facing against him this week. And like I said, Kellen does a great job they've had a lot of missing pieces throughout the course of the season with injuries also. He's done a good job from week to week, looking at them and how he's paired different matchups from week to week.
Jamel Dean got his hand on that one ball that Antoine intercepted last week. And he hasn't been targeted much when he is. He's coming up with big plays. Just what have you made of the year that he's had this season when he's been healthy?
I think as he's been healthy throughout the course of it, the games that, he's been able to play, I think you see his familiarity systematically of what we're doing, and is really going after the ball, and is really confident in where he needs to be from a leverage standpoint, what we're trying to get accomplished with the different coverages that we're playing and the matchups from week to week. So a credit to him. He's a smart player, really does do a good job of understanding what we're trying to do conceptually, and able to really help the young guys even to relay that, as we go through the process of getting prep for each week.
All right, thank you.
Good? Thanks, guys.